spiritual food for thought.
Psalm 116, verse 15 says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." Why does it say this, and how can the death of a believer be precious? A lot of people don't live like this. A lot of believers don't, but we should. And I've been in situations where a believer has died, and other believers have called me on the phone or texted me and been like, "We should go there right now and pray that God raises him up like Lazarus." Why? Why? Lazarus is dead. He was raised from the dead, but he is dead. So why is it that precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints? Well, let's think about where death started. And I know that death is the last enemy that's going to be, trampled, that's going to be overtaken. It's the last enemy over whom we're going to have victory. But where did death start? Well, death started with disobedience back in the Garden of Eden, didn't it? Genesis 2, 16 and 17. "And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die." Death was a 100% certainty with that disobedience. Okay? That's where death was going to come. And we know that they ate from the tree. So what happened then? Well, a number of things happened. But the point I want to focus on is at the end of chapter 3, verses 22 to 24. "And the Lord God said, Behold, man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. And so he drove out the man, and placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims with a flaming sword that turned every which way to keep the way of the tree of life. So man ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and death was coming for him. The day that he ate of it, he would end up surely dying. He would surely die. So that happened. And God said, you know what? When I kick them out of the Garden of Eden, I'm going to put angels there with a flaming sword of fire, lest they come and they eat from the tree of life and live forever. Why? Well, you see, the curse had already occurred at this point. The curse had already occurred. Back up to verse 17 of chapter 3. "And unto Adam he said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow thou shalt eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat of the herb of the field, and in the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread, till thou return from the ground, for out of it thou wast taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return." So they ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And not only was death coming for them now they would surely die, but the entire world became cursed. Thorns, thistles, disease, destruction, death. These are not good things. Pain, sorrow, affliction. That didn't exist before. So now that the world was cursed, God didn't want them to exist forever in this realm. He does not want us to live forever in a cursed earth full of pain and suffering and sadness and sorrow. He doesn't want us to live forever in this realm. So he made sure that they would die. He made sure that they would die. He made sure that we would die. He has something better planned for us than living forever in a fallen, cursed earth. Therefore, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Why? Well, we saw what happened at the beginning of the book. Let's see what happens at the end. This comes from Revelation 21, and I'm looking at verse 4. "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." So when he restores all things and makes all things new, a new heaven, a new earth, New Jerusalem, what's going to happen? There's no pain. There's no sorrow. There's no death. There's no crying. To live forever in the fallen, cursed earth would be pain and sorrow and crying and suffering. Yeah, life would continue forever, but it would be eternal suffering. Eternal crying would be involved. Yes, there would be good moments too, just like there is now. But that would be there. And the perfection for which he had, designed things would not occur. So precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. It's better to wake up dead than to wake up living. Now, while we are here, we have a responsibility and a job, and we're required to be faithful. Okay, and even as Paul said, it's better that I die and depart, but it's better for you that I'm here. It's better for my wife. It's better for my family that I'm here. It's better for me if I wake up dead. But while I'm here, I have an opportunity to serve God, to serve others, to live the way that he's, commanded me to. And it's beautiful too at the end of the book. Remember this from 22:14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have a right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. That's my goal. My goal is to be able to enter his presence, enter his kingdom. My goal is to be able to die as a saint. My goal is to be able to let this world pass away. Let all these former things, the sorrow and the crying and the pain, pass away and walk through that last door for us, which is death. Eventually death will be no more, but right now it's our out. It's our exit. Hopefully that makes sense, and especially as we head into the last days, as many things will threaten our lives. Remember that precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. It's a good thing. It's okay to die. Many people will compromise, and as I covered in the last video, our God is able to deliver us from whatever comes our way, just as he was for Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. But even if he doesn't, we should keep his commandments and obey him to the end, because precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. No matter what, it's appointed unto man to die. Death will come. Shall we die compromised, disobedient, sinful, rebellious, or shall we die faithful? The choice is ours. Be blessed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.